We thought that politically things were calming down. The savage Israeli attack on Gaza is slowing down. The corrupt Israeli prime minister told the world that he will sign a ceasefire deal. And what's very important, we really missed the kids. And with spring in full bloom, we thought, why not? Why not pack our bags and go see them? And turn this into a little adventure while we are at it. So that's exactly what we did. A family trip, double the joy with 2 destinations in one. Before heading to London, we made a quick stop in Amsterdam. And just in time, the cherry blossoms were in full bloom. We went straight to the Blossom Park in the Amsterdam Bos, where the trees were glowing pink and the breeze smelled like spring. Our daughter joined us, of course, and made it even more beautiful. After the short Blossom detour, we hopped on a train heading to London. We had to switch trains in Brussels, not because we planned to, but because the system had a hiccup. No worries though, we were already in travel mode. Besides, every travel glitch is just another story to tell. We arrived in London, but the kids were still busy at work, so we took the chance to explore the city on our own. Our son's family lives in Whitechapel, a neighborhood that is clearly home to a big Bangladeshi community. Mosques are almost at every other corner. Halal meat shops are on every corner, but if you are looking for pork or something extra bloody, you might have to hunt for it. And right in the middle of all this, the Royal London Hospital, the largest hospital in the city. Now, the history of the area is a bit dark. During the Victorian era, poverty and hunger were abundant. And the area was Jack the Ripper's playground. Who's that guy walking all slow like that? Where is he off to? This very street, it's seen stories that people only whisper about. So me and the family joined a walking tour about Jack the Ripper. Honestly, my wife and I really enjoyed the walk. I mean seriously. What surprised us most wasn't the story itself, but how fascinated the British still are with a man who brutally murdered women over 100 years ago. Who cares today whether he was a prince, a foreigner, or a fishmonger? These scenes are the actual places where the crimes happened. When we first got to London, our children were kinda busy. So we figured, why not start in Richmond? It's a small town with a river and birds chirping. It feels like it was painted by a French artist. Did you know there's a hill in Richmond with a view that's legally protected? Like it's against the law to build anything that ruins the view from that spot. And those pretty little streets and riverside cafes. They actually filmed English dramas here. That's how the area got famous. Speaking of cafes, here's a funny one. In what they call public houses or pubs in London, nobody comes to your table to take your order. You gotta walk up, memorize your table number, place your order, and then they bring it over. Even if you sit there all day, no one's coming. Tourists always fall into that trap. We sure did. Then we walked along the towpath. On our left was Regent's Canal lined with houseboats. Each boat looked like a story on its own, and people actually live in them. You know, the towpath was originally a horse highway. It stretches about 294 kilometers and passes through little towns and villages. Now about these boats. In some parts of the Thames, they are called floating villages because they cluster together. The water levels aren't even, so if you live there, you really have to learn how to ride the tide. We finally made it to Victoria Park. Get this. When they founded the park in 1845, it was for common folk, the public. Queen Victoria never visited it. My guess is it was because of that. Another fun fact, the canal inside the park has eels and it's absolutely full of wildlife in the middle of a residential area. At night, foxes take over the place. Wonder if we'll see a fox hunt one day over there. Back to peace and quiet. A springtime walk by the Thames down St. Catherine's Way and Commodity Quay. All along the path are trees that should be white mulberries. So why are there so many of them? Well, in the 1600s, King James I decided, forget China, we are going to make our own silk here in England. So he ordered white mulberry trees planted all over and brought in silkworms. Problem? They planted black mulberries, which silkworms hate. So long, silk industry. St. Catherine's used to have a hospital with the same name, but now it's all gone. Just this old, beautiful road remains. It used to be packed and noisy. Now, quiet, charming, and peaceful. We stopped for brunch, as our ancestors called it, at a cafe called White Mulberries. Nothing fancy, but sitting there felt royal. We headed over to visit our daughter at her job with Lego. Plan was lunch first, then check out the Lego office. We met the kids at Leather Lane Market. This street feels like it's dedicated to the art of global tummy happiness. The place is packed with stalls and shops selling food from all over the world. It's a small street, but the flavors international. And the smells, oh man, they make your head spin with delight. From the Tottenham Court Road tube station, we found ourselves inside a hall that felt like a portal to another world. Suddenly, the walls were lit up with dancing digital lights. Turned out, it was a public exhibit by Rupert Newman, working with Pixel Artwork Studio, touring the UK. This one was called The Space in Between. Lights, colors, digital sculptures all moving around us, flowers, singing statues that slowly morph into something else. It was mind-blowing. Or as my late uncle used to say, it melts your brain. Honestly, better if you just go and see it for yourself. We made it back to Amsterdam and walked through the city center along the canals and narrow alleys. Amsterdam's known for its countless canals. The place is stunning. No doubt the Dutch worked wonders to make it look this beautiful. And the people, super friendly, chill and fun. Funny thing in Amsterdam, you are walking along and you see this elegant decorative iron structure. Guess what? It's a public urinal. Yep, they call it krul. I hope I am saying it right. Oh, and did you know Amsterdam has around 1,200 bridges? Meanwhile, back home we can't even manage 3 decent ones without drama. One of the cutest things, people lining up for 10 whole minutes just to get 5 cookies from Van Stapele. Think it's worth the wait. You decide. From the center of Amsterdam, nice and easy, we took the ferry across the water to the north side. There, we boarded a boat that was turned into a restaurant specialized in Dutch pancakes. Everything's laid back. Even the waves move slow. And the food, don't ask. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet of thin, delicious Dutch pancakes. Top them with whatever you like. Fruit, meats, chocolate, maple syrup. Mix it all up in if you want. The vibe was family-friendly, happy, and full of life. Sunlight playing peekaboo through the clouds, the breeze humming softly across the water. Then we took the ferry back, a short trip, but felt like a tiny cruise, caught somewhere between humans and bicycles. In Europe, and especially in Amsterdam, a sunny day is like gold, like water in the desert when you are parched under the summer sun. So, the second day here that it's sunny, people dash to parks, plazas, balconies, or just go out walking. On one of those rare sunny days, our daughter and her friends decided we should meet at a place called Unicorn Restaurant. We walked there since the weather was perfect. We didn't get to eat in the garden, it was full. But we did catch coffee there. And had lovely meetup with the sweetest girls in Amsterdam, Caroline and Charlotte. The laughter straight from the heart. Now for the grand finale, a trip to Keukenhof, the tulip city just outside Amsterdam. It's where tulips show off like royalty in a springtime fashion show, bursting with color, or maybe like a floral opera in full technicolor. For just 8 weeks a year, Keukenhof turns into a visual symphony that rivals the great composers. Did you know at its peak, Keukenhof blooms with 7 million tulip bulbs, and not a single one of them cares about likes on social media. And they are all planted by hand, no machines. If you ever see a chef wandering the fields looking for cilantro, relax. It's just a ghost from the past. Keukenhof literally means kitchen garden, because back in the 15th century, this land was used to grow royal household herbs and veggies. Get this, during those short 8 weeks, over 1.5 million visitors come. Even the bees probably have to reserve in advance. The Dutch love to say Keukenhof isn't just a garden. It's their chance to strut their stuff. And honestly, they've earned it. This isn't just rows of flowers. The horticultural artists actually paint with blooms, creating jaw-dropping living art. And here's a twist. Tulips didn't even originate in the Netherlands. In the 16th century, the Ottomans saw tulips as a precious treasure, forbidden to export. But when a few tulip bulbs did make it into Dutch hands, they planted them, and the rest is springtime history. Each tulip now tells a story. And just like that, the camera turned off, but the heart wide open. Sure, we left, but a part of us stayed behind, between the flowers, the river, and the laughter of loved ones. The stories aren't over. They'll find their time. Whether the sun's shining, London's raining, or Amsterdam's covered in tulips, there's always a moment worth sharing.